Good morning, everybody. My name is Mike Reynolds, and it's a pleasure here for me to be up here today and share with you about the trustees and what we do here for the church, and to worship with you all today. First of all, I'd like to say it is a privilege to serve as a trustee, and I believe we all as trustees feel that way and are happy to do the work that we're able to do to help serve our Lord. Basically, the trustees, we oversee and we maintain the church and the surrounding buildings that we have. We have the manse next door as well as the church office, including this beautiful building that we're privileged to have and share and worship in. And then we also help work with the budget, preparing the budget. We work with the treasurer each year and the session for coming up with a budget and monitoring the budget so that we can be good stewards of the Lord's money and take care of His assets and spend them wisely to help further His kingdom here in Whitensville. So basically, we're involved with the operational side of the church business and making sure we're good stewards of that and everything's functioning well. Specific things that we've done recently in the last couple months for the church. One of them is the sound system, which has been improved. We've spent some time doing that so that we can have mics in the building and downstairs so that we all can enjoy the sound and more clarity and share that with Whitensville through also the TV program that we have each week. We've repaired the heating system downstairs in Fellowship Hall, and we now have heat also functioning better in the bathrooms downstairs. We've had the furnace cleaned and the oil tanks filled. We've also prepared for winter. We've got the snow blowers fully functioning and ready to go. We've got some salt that's set aside for when we start having snowy and icy days. We're ready to help clear the walkways for everybody to come and worship with us here. We also had a tree removed in the front yard that I'm sure you've noticed. It was a beautiful tree, but its time came to an end, and we had to have it removed so that we could keep it safe here for the folks to come into the building. We've also reinforced the ramp. The handicap ramp that leads into the building was reinforced so it's safe for people to have access to. And we also work from time to time with the government agencies, making sure the building is up to inspection and we have proper permits. The elevator needed to be inspected and have permits pulled for it, so we've worked with the appropriate agencies for that. And the fire department also has required us to have a different kind of monitoring system for fire safety, so we've worked to have the fire system updated and installed and monitored monthly. And also the local water company wanted to have some meters installed in the manse and the church building and the office as well. So we've been busy with some of these things, and this is just a few of the things we've done over the last couple months. There's many things that happen here that go unnoticed, but it's very important for the operational functioning of the church. One of the questions I was asked to answer is, how do I see God's work as a trustee and the ministry as a whole? And I think it's very obvious to see that God's work is definitely being done in this building through all the ministries that are here and the people that are here. And it's just a real joy personally for me to be able to help provide the environment so that these things can happen. Some of my favorite things to partake in and witness and see here in this church are the new service, a piece of bread and the piece of music service on Wednesday. If you haven't had a chance to come and help or participate in those things yet, I would definitely suggest coming. It is just a unique way to worship and be involved with the church. And the service itself is moving. I really enjoy it, and I think that most people would enjoy worshiping in that way. And it's just nice to see when you pull in on Wednesday nights how many cars from the community are here, and the people in the community that we're serving and changing lives in a lot of ways. It's neat to be able to help worship and serve the community. Also, I enjoy hearing the stories from the mission trips and the folks that are going locally and out of town and out of the country to serve God in other areas, and to hear their stories and the miracles that they have seen and been able to participate in. And also just the prayer requests each week here from all of you that you've got trials in your own life, and to hear how God has answered your prayers and for your families. So, it's definitely, you can feel God in this building, and it's just a joy to be able to help maintain it for everybody and the Lord. And so, finally, how can you get involved with the trustees and helping us serve God? Some of the ways, this weekend, this Saturday, we do have a family work day, and it's going to be from 8 a.m. to noon. So if you're able and willing, please come. If you can't stay the whole time, we'd be happy to have you for any amount of time you're able to give. And we'll be focusing on just yard cleanup and weather permitting, other things that, depending on the turnout we have, that we'll be able to get to. But if you have any rakes or blowers or trimmers or things of that nature, please bring them and help us improve the outside of the church. And also the spring yard sale that comes up in April, you'll be able to help us participate in that, and there'll be more information to come, I'm sure, as we get closer to that event. Seasonally, we have the snow removal and yard work that, whether it be winter or summer, if you're able to come and help us shovel or trim or do anything on the outside of the building, please partner with one of the trustees, and we'd be happy to connect you to help us serve in that way. And then finally, we do have an active work list that we, keeps us on track of what we're supposed to do for the building. So if you have any skills, or if you're a handyman, or any experience at all with carpentry, electrical work, plumbing, painting, any yard work or gardening type skills, please just partner with us, and we've got a work list that I'm sure that you could help us out with, and we'd be happy to meet you and participate in that, so we could work together for those things. And you don't have to be a Bob Vila, I know somebody that really knows how to do things. Sometimes just having a second set of hands around would really help us out a lot. So if you have any questions on how you can get involved, please see me or any one of the other trustees, and we'll be happy to connect you. Thank you.